back from the guys at SuicideFantasyFootball.com, giving you your Week 15, ready for your second round of the playoffs, who you should pick up and who you should sit. Jim, give them their first pickup at quarterback.
My first pickup at quarterback, it's going to be a risky thing. He's probably not available in some leagues, but there are people that gave up on him. Josh Freeman. If he's available in your league, he's going against Dallas this week. Their pass defense is not strong. There's probably 20% of the leagues out there that people cut him because he wasn't doing much. He's somebody I'd go with.
And it's a Saturday night game, so at least you get some early fantasy.
That's right.
Some early fantasy action.
Now, these quarterbacks, just so you know, so we're not saying cut Matt Ryan to get him. If you're in the playoffs and you're desperate and you don't have a quarterback and you need somebody, especially if you're the underdog and you're looking for a home run, this is who we're talking about.
Now, Jim, you mentioned two guys, Jake Locker, who's going against Indy, and Joel Webb, who's going against New Orleans.
Yeah.
Which guy, if let's say both of them are starters, which guy are you playing over the other?
I'd probably play Jake Locker first because he's shown that he can be a quarterback. Joe Webb, you're hoping for that, 200 yards passing, 100 yards rushing, touchdown, this and that.
I was just going to say, unless you get some crazy rushing points for quarterbacks in your league, then you got to go Joe Webb.
Right. But Jake Locker has shown when they give him the ball, he's capable of putting up 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's an NFL quarterback.
And I think I'm agreeing with you, but both of those guys over TJ Yates?
I think I go all those guys over TJ Yates.
Even though TJ Yates is going against the Carolina Panthers, and he's a former Carolina Tar Heel, he wants to stick it to him, Jim. I'm with you. Even as a Carolina fan, I'm going Jake Locker, then Joe Webb, then Tyler Yates.
Yep.
All right, so that's who we pick up. Now, who you sitting as a quarterback?
I'm not calling this the sits. I'm calling this the don't believe the hype.
All right, I like it.
Don't get rocked into believing that these guys are going to produce fantasy points
just because of their name,
just because what you see,
right,
and what you hear, and some of them for what they've done over the past couple weeks. And
who's your number one hyper?
Mark Sanchez. Don't believe it. He's going to break your heart this week. The Eagles are going to shut him down.
Really?
The Eagles are going to shut him down. Sean Green might run all over the place. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm just saying Mark Sanchez will not do what he's done in the past 2 weeks this week in Philly.
Really? Because anyone looks great going against Nnamdi Asomugha, the guy who I was doing cartwheels because he signed.
Dude, that pass yesterday was a beautiful, perfect pass. He got beat on for a touchdown. He was right there. He had the coverage read. Every once in a while, you do got to just say, the quarterback threw a great ball, and Brandon Marshall made a great catch.
And Nnamdi didn't play great defense.
He didn't. He played okay. He was in the position to play.
Okay. I'll give him okay.
Okay. All right. Next guy.
Joe
Flacco.
Joe Flacco, you got as a
sit. Don't believe it. Against San Diego, don't believe it.
In San Diego, going to be a high-scoring game, you would think. Phillip Rivers is going to be putting up points. Flacco's not going to have to keep up with that?
I don't even know that that's what I'm basing it on. I'm basing it on Ray Rice.
Okay.
Ray Rice
and Ricky Williams.
Yeah. If Flacco doesn't hit a bomb to Torrey Smith, he doesn't score points, and you can't go into your fantasy playoffs. Bomb. I would play Jake Locker, Josh Freeman, and Joe Webb if they were starting over Joe Flacco.
Not TJ.
Not TJ. I didn't say TJ.
No.
Over Joe Flacco.
All right, and your next guy, you've got, don't believe the hype, Alex Smith. I think Pittsburgh's defense is really starting to become the Pittsburgh defense we remember. They're going to tear Alex Smith up.
I don't know if they're going to tear him up, but he's not going to put up spectacular points.
Fantasy playoff.
He's going to go like 180 in passing, 20 completions, a lot of dink and dunk, a couple sacks, might get knocked around. Yeah. Nothing spectacular.
15 points will be a decent day for Alex Smith this week. All right, so that's what we're talking about. Quarterback position. Get ready because we're coming back with running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. Check us out. We're SuicideFantasyFootball.com, the one-and-done aspect of the suicide pool with traditional fantasy football. Also, we do a radio show, Blog Talk Radio, Monday night, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, getting you ready for your fantasy upcoming week and reviewing the week before.
My head's not as big as yours today either.
Yes, it is, Jim. Signing out. We'll be back to finish the rest of the positions right after.